Judge Kellogg, thank you for taking the time to talk to me and stuff. Hidden in plain sight. Tell me a little bit about that, and why is it so important that parents go through this?
So Joe, we're here at BalloonFest with our exhibit, Hidden in Plain Sight. This is a live exhibit, if you will, that parents, anyone that's working with children or has children can tour. The point of the exhibit is to help highlight or share some information, education with those people to help them recognize some of the signs that might be present in a young person's bedroom, for example, that might indicate that they're engaging in some risky behaviors like substance use, illegal drugs, alcohol. The reason why it's important is as teenagers are becoming more sophisticated, drug use is more prevalent. We want to make sure that as many people as possible understand what they're looking for, what those things are that are present in their home environments, so that we can have more people that are able to help keep kids safe and also help them intervene when they recognize that their child or a loved one might be suffering or struggling with substance use.
As a juvenile judge, one of the questions I had for you was, what surprises you in the courtroom? What surprise when it comes to drugs and juveniles? Is there anything that you've came across so far that just you were really surprised about?
I would say that the things that have surprised me, or some of the things that have surprised me most, are the level or the depth of addiction that some of the young people that are coming into my court are enduring and suffering through, meaning the length of time they've been using or how intensely they're using, and really even the seriousness of the substances. That being said, or contrasted to that, I'm encouraged while also surprised at the ability of some of these young people coming out of the situations that they're in, having made some of the choices that they've made, when given some proper resources, and it usually starts with some good intervention at home from their parents, along with some supportive resources, education, counseling, intervention and treatment, how well some of these kids are able to come back or fight through some of the addiction that they've had, because there's some really severe cases that are happening here just in Ashland.
Did any of them ever tell you like how they got started or why they would start doing drugs at such a young age?
I think that what I tend to hear, or I think I tend to hear, is that kids are starting, they think that they're going to feel better. They're going to deal with stress and anxiety. They don't always use the word depression, or they don't use that word anxiety. They do use the word stress, but worry. And so they think or they believe that substance is going to help relieve those symptoms or those feelings. What they actually find out is that it makes it worse.
Right. Mm-hmm. Thank you for joining us, Chief. Can you tell me what all agencies are involved in this?
There are 4 law enforcement agencies in the county working this detail. The Ashland County Sheriff's Office is providing deputies, the Ohio State Highway Patrol is providing troopers, and the Ashland Police Division is providing officers and detectives, and the Loudonville Police Department is providing officers.
Okay, and how important do you think this is in educating parents?
It's very important, and this is a unique opportunity for the parents to go through a simulated bedroom of a teenager and get a perspective from public safety about what they can look for to identify signs of drug abuse.
All right, with all the new technologies and things that's available to young, parents kind of feel this is an uphill battle constantly. How do the courts and the law enforcement, how do you just constantly adjust to all this new technology? I mean, new things to hide the drugs with and the availability.
Well, I think there's 2 or really a couple really important pieces. One is really the essence of this project, which is community mental health and recovery board, the court, and law enforcement showing parents that we're here to educate you. We expect you to partner in this. We want to inform you of what you should be looking for. And then, if you find it, if you have concerns, we've got mental health resources in our community to help you work through that issue. If we've got the emergency situation, we've got our law enforcement in our courts that are going to respond to the needs on that level too. So I think there are lots of changes that occur, technology changes, access to the internet, the sort of desensitization to things like marijuana use that sort of normalize it. make it accessible. We're competing against all of that, but the number one thing that we want to get across, I think, is that parents have a role and that we support them, and we're doing that by educating them. And in turn saying, we're here to support you. We expect you to be partners in this. So yes, it has to change, but I think that just empowering parents is probably one of the number one things that we can do.
One last question for both of you. As you're going through there, I noticed a lot of parents have went through, and it's been a continuing. Has any of the parents said, wow, I didn't know that, or anything that they was really surprised about? What was something that they was really surprised about?
I have seen some surprised reactions about what they've seen in there, how kids can hide some certain things, some items that were taken in context. The way they're presented inside the trailer could lead to a sign of drug abuse. So yes, there have been some surprised parents.
So have you found that they're kind of got their eyes open,
So far, all the reactions or all the information we have is that every single person that's gone through the experience or through the exhibit has indicated that they've learned something new and that they didn't know about drugs or alcohol abuse before they experienced the exhibit.
Okay. Well, again, thank you guys for your time, and I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, Chris here with Acada. Chris, tell me how Acada's involved in Hidden in Plain Sight.
Okay, well, Judge Kellogg had sent out an email asking our office, which Acada is an outpatient treatment facility, but they have a sliver of prevention. So as prevention specialists, Judge Kellogg asked us to be on site to answer anybody's questions on things that they may have seen, or if they have a child that's struggling with a substance use disorder or maybe experimenting and they just don't know what to do about it, that we could help process and answer questions. And then we are also talking to kids who are here at the BalloonFest that a lot of them we've had in class, and we've brought a medicine board to kind of see and talk to the kids about safe medicine practices, and even with our teenagers that we are bumping into here, asking them if we can trick them on the medicine and candy, because there's such a big influx of fake pills out there where a kid might purchase a pill thinking that it's one thing, like a Percocet or a Vicodin or an Adderall, but it actually is a pill that's laced with fentanyl. So we want to make sure that our community has that information. So I think it's good partnership with the court, with Appleseed, with Acada, with all our mental health agencies and the law enforcement, that we're all working together to give the just good information to the community. The Hidden in Plain Sight is wonderful, especially if you don't have a lot of experience with different types of substances, and how I think it's very enlightening for people who don't work in this field about the products that are out there that are designed to conceal illegal drug use, and parents might not be aware. So that's a wonderful program, and we're just happy to assist in getting the word out about different types of substances and what their signs and symptoms are.
And what's been the response so far with parents?
Well, with our drug board over here that we're doing, it's been really, enlightening for a lot of the parents, because we're tricking a lot of the parents. They're sure that something is a pill when actually it turns out to be a candy. And just it's a good talking point, because they can go through our board and look at it and then talk to their kids about it, about safe medicine practices and things like that.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank